Let me ask you something. When you first read Harry Potter, and I mean actually read the books, and then you watched the movie, did you ever finish a chapter and think the films got this completely wrong? Because I did multiple times. Look, the Harry Potter films are good. Some of them are genuinely great. But if you have read the books, really read them, you know that something was lost in translation. Characters were flattened, moments were cut, entire emotional arcs just disappeared. Today, I want to talk about seven specific moments where the films didn't just simplify the books, they actually ruined them. And if you've only watched the films, stay with me because by the end of this video, you are going to want to read the books. Before we get into it, a quick note. I'm not here to trash the films. Alfonso Cuarón's Prisoner of Azkaban is a masterpiece of cinema. The production design across all eight films is extraordinary. But there's a reason why millions of people who grew up with both the books and the films will always say the books are better. And it's not nostalgia, it's specific. It's these seven things. Let's go. Number one, Dumbledore. Book Dumbledore is one of the greatest characters ever written. He's warm, eccentric, and deeply human. He has a twinkle in his eye. He makes jokes. He eats sweets. He is, above everything, kind. Film Dumbledore, especially from Goblet of Fire onwards, is just intense, cold, authoritative. And if you know what I'm talking about, you're already thinking about that scene. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. The Triwizard Tournament. Harry's name comes out of the goblet. In the book, Dumbledore calmly walks up to Harry and quietly asks, Harry, did you put your name into the Goblet of Fire? Calmly, quietly, because he already knows Harry didn't do it. In the film, Dumbledore grabs Harry by the collar, slams him against a wall, and screams, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? That single scene told you everything about how the films misunderstood Dumbledore. The books gave us a mentor, the films gave us a headmaster. Number two, Hermione Granger. Now, before you come for me, film Hermione is great. Emma Watson did a wonderful job. But book Hermione is fascinating in a way the films never captured. Book Hermione is bossy. She's annoying. She cries in bathrooms because people don't like her. She uses a time turner to attend every single class because she cannot stand the idea of missing one. She breaks rules when she thinks she's right, even when she isn't. She's brilliant and deeply, deeply flawed. Film Hermione has none of those flaws. Every brave thing Ron does in the books gets transferred to Hermione on screen. She becomes this perfect heroine. And in making her perfect, they made her less interesting. The Hermione who's brilliant and infuriating and deeply insecure is so much more human than the Hermione who's just always right. Number three, Harry Potter himself. Here's something the films could never show you: Harry's mind. Book Harry is funny, genuinely sarcastically funny. He makes jokes under pressure. He talks back to Snape in his head. He's deeply angry, especially in Order of the Phoenix, where he's practically unhinged with rage and grief and exhaustion. He's also terrified and lonely, and sometimes wrong. Film Harry is reactive. Things happen to him and he responds. But the rich inner life, the boy who carries the weight of the visiting world and still finds moments to be 16, that largely disappears. Order of the Phoenix is the biggest casualty. Book Harry is almost difficult to be around. He's that overwhelmed. Film Harry is just sad. The books gave us a protagonist. The films gave you a vehicle for the plot. Number 4, Peeves the Poltergeist. This one is simple. Peeves is in every single Harry Potter book. He's chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally genuinely important to the plot. He's completely absent from all eight films. Not reduced, not simplified, just gone. And if you've only watched the films, you have no idea what I'm talking about, which is exactly the problem. The greatest Peeves moment in the entire series is in Deathly Hallows during the Battle of Hogwarts, where he flies through the corridors, dropping snargal of pods on Death Eaters, singing his own victory song. The films gave you a battle. The books gave you Peeves singing while dropping exploding plants on Voldemort's army. These are not the same experience. Number 5. The ending of Half Blood Prince. The film version of Half Blood Prince has a beautiful, quiet ending. Dumbledore has died. Harry, Hermione, and Ron stand on the astronomy tower looking out at the horizon. It's melancholic. It is cinematic. The book's ending is completely different and so much more devastating. In the book, Dumbledore's funeral happens. Every important character attends. More people sing from the lake. The centaurs fire arrows. Hagrid sobs. And Harry sits through all of it knowing that he has to leave Hogwarts and go hunt Horcruxes and that he's not coming back. He also breaks up with Ginny. Right there. He knows what's coming and he won't let her be a target. The film skipped the funeral entirely. Think about what that means. The greatest wizard of his age dies, and the film doesn't stop to let the world mourn him. The books understood that some moments need space. The films are always moving to the next plot point. Number 6. Voldemort's origin story. The films give you a villain. The books give you a tragedy. Half Blood Prince is essentially Dumbledore and Harry spending an entire year exploring Tom Riddle's past through memories. His lonely childhood in an orphanage, his obsession with his parentage, the way he manipulated everyone around him from the age of 11. The films touch on this, but barely. A few brief memories and we move on. What the films never gave you is the profound sadness of Tom Riddle, a boy who was unloved and who decided at a very young age that he would make the world afraid of him instead. Voldemort in the books is frightening because you understand exactly how he became what he is. That understanding makes him human, and that humanity makes him more terrifying, not less. The films gave you a scary face and a snake. The books gave you a mirror. Number 7. The House Elves and what they mean. This is the one that frustrates me the most. In the books, Hermione's entire arc in Goblet of Fire and beyond revolves around SPEW, the Society for the Promotion of Elvish Welfare. She spends years trying to free house elves who don't even want to be freed. Everyone finds her annoying about it. Even Harry and Ron think she's going too far. And then Dobby dies. And then, in the final battle, it's Creature who leads the House Elves of Hogwarts into battle against Voldemort's forces. The creatures that the Wizarding World enslaved and ignored, they are the ones who fight for it at the end. That is a complete thematic arc about class, liberation, and prejudice that runs through 4 books. The films? Dobby appears twice. Creature is barely in it. Spew never existed. The films removed an entire social conscience from the story and replaced it with nothing. So there you have it. 7 moments where the films, for all their magic, couldn't do what the books did. And here's the thing, none of this is the filmmaker's fault entirely. You cannot put a 700-page book on screen without losing something. Choices have to be made. But the choices they made consistently flattened the characters, rushed the emotional beats, and removed the thematic depth that made Harry Potter, the books, one of the greatest works of fiction of the last 50 years. The films gave billions of people access to this world, and that is genuinely wonderful. But if you've only watched the films, you have read the outline. The actual story is waiting for you. Which of these 7 moments bothered you the most? Let me know in the comments. I genuinely want to know. And if you think I missed one, tell me that too. Because honestly, I could have made this a list of 20. Subscribe if you want more. I cover books, mythology, and films every week right here on Lore and Lens. See you in the next one.